In 2017, we all know that Hurricane Maria hit the island of Puerto Rico, and a huge amount of devastation took place, not just because of Maria, but because of the resources that did not get there in the way they needed to be. Also because the infrastructure in Puerto Rico and the governmental infrastructure it has some challenges. And so, bottom line, a bunch of people died and Puerto Rico was devastated. And so I was asked to sing at a benefit concert in North Carolina when I was still there, and they raised money for Puerto Rico. I did not know that after the benefit concert, they were going to give the money to me because I have family in Puerto Rico. And so they gave the money to me to give to my family. I decided to be responsible with the money and not just send it because there were questions about whether money was actually getting to where it needed to go. And I wanted to see for myself what was going on. So I physically took the money down there 8 months later. And when I went there, everything was just as bad as it was 8 months prior. I began to ask God for direction in how to distribute this money appropriately among my family. Turns out my family did not need the money. So I said, all right, God, well, somebody here needs it. This island needs help. Who do I give it to? So my mom asked me while I was there, she said, Cinnamon, make sure you take a picture under a real avocado tree, under a real banana tree, and make sure you eat an alcapurria, which is a street food from Puerto Rico. And so when I thought my mission wasn't successful, I decided to take un día descanso, right? Like just a little day of rest and go and see things around Puerto Rico. So in my going, I was obedient to what my mom said and went to go eat the street food at Capuria. And when I went, I saw a woman in the distance who was making them just like the old folks did in a hut with an outside stove with oil. And I felt the Holy Spirit say, she's the one. And I was scared, just as scared as I could be, knees knocking, but I knew that I had to follow the Holy Spirit's leading. And so I went to her and I said, how was your home after Maria? And she said it was completely destroyed. I gave her the money that day. We both wept and we cried. And I went back home to North Carolina on fire because I got to see in the going how the Holy Spirit had led me to this woman. And I said, God, this can't be it. We can't just stop here, so what do we do? So I went back home to North Carolina. I gathered as many people as I could. And we went back about 3 months later with a project manager, which God provided for us because we were now trying to get into the communities and begin to fix things. We decided to restore the woman's home, the initial woman. So the project manager and I went in September. We took 12 people back the following May. In March of 2019, we took 12 people to restore her home. Little quick segue, we didn't know how to restore a home, just saying. We were just going to do whatever it was that God asked us to do. But while we were in Puerto Rico, God provided us with a master craftsman whose hands the day before were glowing. He had no idea why they were glowing, but he was going to come and help us restore her home and put all of the concrete back on the home that wasn't there from the hurricane. And so God has been faithful to us. So now we're all on fire, the 12. And we went back with a second project manager in September of last year, just before Sean and I moved here. Went back with a second project manager because now we were like, all right, God, if you're moving, we're following you. What are we doing next? And so we decided that in order to get a greater reach and to help more people, that we would provide emergency backpacks, because one of the things that plagued Puerto Rico during the hurricane was the preparedness. They were not prepared, even though this is a region where hurricanes hit all the time. You would think that they would be prepared, but I hear Californians aren't prepared for earthquakes either. That's what I hear. So we decided that we would go back with emergency backpacks. So we are raising money now. We're taking 20 people now in March. We leave March 26th, and we go through April 2nd. 20 people are going down to provide emergency backpacks to Puerto Rico. So the website that you can go to find out more information, because I don't know if I'm over 5 minutes, but it is. There it is. worshippuertorico.com. It will give you all of the information, including stories, including testimonials, including a way to give. It doesn't just have to be financial. We need people praying, and we need people to be social partners with us. I am actually heading out in a week, next Saturday. This Saturday coming, to go and do a promotion tour and do this very same talk in many churches in Denver and in North Carolina. And so this is, I guess, my first stop. to tell you guys what we're doing and to ask for your support. And so if you will go to worshippuertorico.com in your quiet time, read about it, pray about it, and ask the Father how he would have you to help, because he is doing this and we're just following his leading. Thanks, guys.